My impressions are cheese and cock.
Mine's great news.
Is he Top Gear?
Yes, because there's a new Dacia Sandero.
I thought you were talking about the singer song Hold Back the River or whatever it's called.
James Bay.
Oh. As in, like, rivers and whatnot, or as in East Bay?
Yeah.
The Rivers of Cheese. No, wait, that's the Rivers of...
B-A-Y, I believe. You know the song?
I know the song, I don't like it particularly.
So you know what's worse? The American National Anthem, which
what
was
a segue! A segue!
Which was sang by Coco Beware's parrot. What's his name?
Oh, if only I hadn't tried to record this 5 times already and Googled it.
I wasn't there, I don't know.
So Frankie the parrot?
Yes.
Was it even a parrot?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Maybe it was a toucan?
No, his beak wasn't big enough.
True.
No.
When I look at it, was it? No, it was called a parrot. It was a parrot.
It was called a parrot.
It was called a parrot. It wasn't actually.
It was the elusive Frankie Bird. His name
It was a Frankie called parrot.
Bird.
It was a Frankie called parrot. And if he appeared at last year's WrestleMania, Frankie would have gone to Hollywood.
Ah, shut the fuck up. I hate you. That's the first good joke you've told all night.
And thankfully, I said,
relax.
Don't do it.
2 tribes.
Speaking of tribal chief.
Speaking of, that'll get to the main event later, yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in order.
Yes, chronological.
Chronological.
So,
Breaking PG's back.
Yes.
I don't think anyone watched it beforehand.
No, but for the
we have
3 viewers that we had, who, admittedly 3 of those viewers are in this room right now.
Exactly.
No, I never watched it.
Oh shit!
I watched it for him. So
I watched it on repeat just to pump those views.
I don't think that works anymore.
Count.
I don't think you can do that
Didn't
anymore.
work then either.
It did, because I did it.
Okay, you just hit refresh up.
The first funny thing for me during Mania was how Michael Cole looked like Willy Wonka.
Michael Cole did look like Willy Wonka.
That was, and it was his, what did he say? It was his 23rd consecutive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tomorrow will be 24th then, if you do count.
I don't think he's counting nights.
Well, if they count that as a main event, then you'd have to count that, wouldn't you?
Well, no, because they count like shows, matches, more than one match in the same show. Whereas like your co-main event and stuff like that, don't they? So
it's weird to think he's lasted longer than JR. Like you don't seem to notice Cole there, really.
He's better.
I was about to make the same hot take.
Isn't it weird if you said that 10 years? Well,
5 years ago.
If you said that when we first started breaking PG,
pre-redacted,
we would have been like, no, he's the worst, but now he's the best.
Oh, I don't know about the West.
Back then, people would have been like, no.
I don't think what was about. Was Josh Matthews commentating for TNA back when we last did this? I think in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Not the West.
Before 2017.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
What about 14, 15, I think.
Yeah, we started.
So maybe we should talk about ourselves.
We started in 2015.
Talk about ourselves first, since our last breaking PG.
Oh, 2016 we would have stopped then, because I don't think we lasted a full year.
No, yeah.
I think we took like a year off and then picked it back up and then dropped it.
Yeah, so like we're going to do now, where we've picked it back up after 8 years, and we'll probably do this and tomorrow night and then never get together again, because we've had kids in that time. And
in that time.
Not together, you understand.
Yes, we are related. Or are we? I wear a mask.
Gotta have those gimmicks. Why do Jake?
Well, we're not doing that then. Because I'm not doing barbershop shit again.
Barbershop with those.
You never learned how to say that word correctly.
I did say it right, just not necessarily in the right order.
So, yeah, I'm Cameron, your faithful companion on this wrestling jet. No, bollocks to that. I'm Cameron. We've got Matthew.
I'm to say it for because I'm not doing 5 million takes of it.
And we've got Jake.
And I am your faithful companion on this wrestling journey we'll take together, so strap in.
Strap on.
Prepare yourself for the ride of your life, because I'm here to take you on it.
It's strapping.
Whip up the finest bowl of sativa. We're not a weed podcast.
No.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the thing that you sat on, a sativa.
It does sound like
Second
a
joke.
couch for a
It
cat.
does sound like a small couch.
It sounds like a couch with a television screen.
It's a brand of TV dinner.
You can have your lemon haze. I'm going to have my lemon iced tea.
Less. Yeah, that's another departure from when we used to do it. We would all have some form of alcoholic beverage in hand. Jake's currently drinking, I want to say that's an iced latte.
It's an iced coffee from Delmere Dairies.
Oh.
Delicious.
I have a
You get it in your-
raspberry ripple iron brew extra sugar free because I'm in my 30s now and I have to watch my health.
And I've got Dr. Cut Pepper.
Dr. Pepper over there, so there's no alcohol
Proctologist.
involved. We're all old men now.
He's a
at this
DMD
point.
as well.
Jake is the only one under 30. I
And that's
believe.
not going to last very long.
No, it's not.
2 years and a couple months. 2
Does being-
2 years less than a month.
Just being mentally under 30
Just
count.
shit.
No.
Please.
Since breaking PG as we have returned. In the meantime, we've had 4 children in that time.
Not
Okay.
each.
Not each.
Together.
3 of mine.
I've had
two of
one
yours.
more, you've had the
You've had
3,
one
yeah.
more, and I've had 3. I'm married.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it.
I'm all but married.
Yeah.
Matt's still
Matt is the
single,
same.
childless and unlovable.
Yeah. Nobody
And
likes
I'm
you
going
still.
home now.
You're not going home because no one wants you there either.
That is also a fair
That's a good
assessment.
point. I'm the,
So, yes,
I'm the
welcome
comedy
to-
relief.
The Roast of Matty / WrestleMania 40.
WrestleMania XL. We've got
That
the,
knows.
Speaking of XL, that knows, thanks. Great segue into that. As long as the title isn't Welcome Back to the Nose.
You know what I should have done? You know, in the couple of starting takes where I've had to stop it and start again, and we've all agreed on this because it's not a dictatorship here. Honest.
Just get rid of the
Is it, guys?
No, sir.
Thank you. I probably should have checked the audio quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully
Okay.
this works because we're 7 minutes in now. So
We
we're
can
just
put
carry on.
subtitles on it.
Too late to go back now. We're too far in.
The press conference was on in the background. I think I've just leaned on the button and paused it.
We
At least you didn't turn
currently
it off
have
like you did.
Naomi, Bianca and Jade Cargill looking at a journalist. We're very enthused.
It is still going, but I think the
Naomi
feeds froze.
is not looking in the same direction.
Nope.
Why are we talking about that? We haven't even talked about WrestleMania yet.
Well, that's the press conference, that is, and I'm not going to watch that.
I'm not asked.
No.
I'm not asked what a press conference is for what it is. And not to bury the lead here, guys, it's a fake sport.
What?
Well, yeah. It's still real to me.
No, hold on, what?
It's... Oh.
No fucking tell me Santa's not real next or something?
No, he's real.
Okay.
So he's as real as Easter Bunny.
I'm glad ass.
Should we talk about wrestling then?
I guess.
Right.
I think we'll have to start with Becky loves plugging her book.
That's a fucking cracking book, though.
Yeah, but she loved doing that one.
She wore it.
She wore the book.
She wore the book.
No, genuinely, it's a really good book. I sat and I read it in one sitting. Like, legitimately, one 5-hour sitting, I read the whole thing cover to cover. It's a really good book.
I'm currently reading one of the Alex Rider books. The 4th one, I believe.
I think I'm
Is
still...
that like Stormbreaker and
Yeah,
whatnot?
Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
I'm reading that Ready Player One.
Trying to think what number 4 was. Was it 4 number 4? Number 4
No,
wasn't
the one
Stormbreaker. It was
Stormbreaker,
Scorpion Key.
Scorpion
Point
King.
Blank.
Point Blank, the one after Point Blank. No, Point Blank, Scorpion Key, and whichever one I'm on now.
I think I stopped after Scorpion Key.
They're very good.
I've not
I
read any
know I
of them.
liked them back when I read them. That was a while ago. Alright. It's a long old night for us British folk.
Yes, we are tired, hence the stuttering start.
Speak for yourself, I don't stutter.
Uh-huh.
So,
Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley.
Becky had a book intro, which,
Yeah.
again,
I didn't
cracking
like
book,
it.
highly recommended.
Audible.
I didn't like the entrance though. I
She
just
called
thought
an
it was weird.
audible.
Yeah.
And by which I mean she did an audio book. as her intro entrance.
Entrance.
I didn't even like
yeah.
Rhea's entrance really because I didn't like
Motionless in White. I thought that they were closer to Downstate than
yeah, it didn't sound nice at all.
Living Colour,
Limp Bizkit,
who were excellent live for Punk a couple of years ago.
I'm putting this up there, and again, another hot take. Limp Bizkit's Undertaker entrance was brilliant.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I will say this for Motionless in White. They went Motorhead bad.
They went Motorhead bad now.
I think we now know what our first top 10s list is going to be then. Hint,
Well,
hint.
number one's going to either be Living Colour or
Limp Bizkit.
Limp
Or
Bizkit
Mark Rose and
or
the Rells.
Mark Rose and the Rells, because they were all great. Rev Theory were decent as well when they did voices.
Yeah,
I can't remember who did Braze, but that one was
Mark
good.
Rose
Mark
and the
Rose
Rells.
and the
Oh,
Rells,
right.
yeah.
And
I
it's
like
called
that one.
it's called Broken Out in Love.
It is.
I will not take anyone who calls it Live in Fear because it's just not.
I think it was called Living Fear. Once WWE bought the rights to it.
No, I don't like it. Broken Out in Love.
I don't pay attention to song names. If I like them, I like them. That's why I didn't know who sang it.
It was the singer as well for Motionless in White just seemed to not understand like the spatial area, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Because like he was pulling the mic away, like Bublé-esque pulling the mic away when he was trying to do longer notes. I couldn't hear a fucking thing he was saying.
No.
He
didn't
the way it sounded like it was getting pumped through and he was singing it as well. Because there were
That's a
times when it
possibility.
sounded like it was coming from a speaker, then he was saying some lines, and when he was saying it, it sounded awful.
I didn't think it sounded that bad.
No, I think it'd have been considered good if he knew how far to hold the mic away from himself. That was the issue.
You think he wouldn't move it at all, considering his name was Chris Motionless?
Leave the jokes to me.
Oh, duh.
That's how bad that was. It was a good open though for the.
Terrific match. Terrific match.
Whatever we want to say about Motionless in White's performance, Rhea Ripley was clearly very visibly pumped.
Oh
to
yeah,
have him
yeah,
there.
yeah.
She was more than happy.
They said on the commentary it's her favourite band.
Yeah.
So
I said one of, but yeah.
And one of her favourite songs is actually In the Summertime by Thirsty Mark, which is a tune.
is it In the Summer?
No, that's Mongo Jerry.
Damn.
Thirsty Mark is the
I don't
Bonsai
see Rhea
Beach
being
Rescue
that kind of a fan of that one.
theme.
Oh right, no,
But
not a clue.
cracking song. I'll show you it later.
I'll look that up
Post-podcast recording.
on my way home.
I think I put on my notes like Rhea Ripley is the modern day China because her
Except she can
strength
wrestle.
is just freaky.
Except Rhea can wrestle.
Yes.
I mean, strength wise, it's just like I was saying, like the next 10 years, people will be getting into the business because
Was
of her.
China strong?
Or was everybody else tiny?
Well, not even that. Or was she just built? And obviously, you know, it's wrestling. You help each other. Sorry, Jake. You help each other do the moves and stuff like that.
It's not real.
Like show muscles instead of strong muscles.
Yeah, because I don't know what it is about China, but you know, functional strength.
Yeah.
We don't go to the gym like you, so no.
I've been like 5 times. It doesn't count.
Still more
5
than
times
me.
more than me.
Unless you count the little fitness suite in the school.
We
I'm
should
not allowed
use
to
that
go
to
to
more
anymore.
effect.
What? Fuck.
So like people don't really look cut, but they're actually like super strong, like farmer strength, you know, functional strength.
Like Cesaro. Claudio, sorry.
Cesaro.
I don't know, there's something about China, like the way, because she wasn't a very good wrestler.
I'm sure she lifted Mark Henry though. Like body slamming type thing. Body slamming.
No, Bianca Belair lifted Otis. And
That's
then
not what I'm
Ram-
getting
That
confused
wasn't Bianca
with.
Belair, that was Last Legend.
No, Bianca Belair.
Did
Oh,
I-
this is when she did the track thing around the ring
Right.
with Bailey, and Bailey lifted up Gable, and then Bianca Belair lifted Otis. And ran
Right,
with
I
him.
was thinking Last Legend on an episode of NXT recently.
no, this
Body
is not
slammed
Otis.
Otis.
No, this was actually picked him up and ran with him.
Yeah. See, that's functional strength because Last Legend isn't like, don't know, maybe a gear, but she doesn't look built like a Jade Cargill or a Bianca Belair or a Rhea Ripley.
That's a good point.
But she's strong as an ox. China doesn't have that function. I don't think China had that functional strength.
No.
Still a modern day China, though.
She was also dog shit in the ring. Name me one good China match.
I don't think I can let this have a pause of that long, so skip.
Well, yeah. Another thing I pointed out in the match
I'm
as
sure
well
she
is
had a match with Tori Wilson once. No, Tori Wilson's a legend.
There was no crossover there.
Prism Trap.
The move.
Yes,
Prism Trap.
Prism. That's what I said. Tried.
I thought that was Joe Gacy's faction.
The grapevine thing that she did. Wouldn't that negate the move?
Yes, it does negate the move.
Yeah. I didn't quite understand that bit.
No, it makes sense with the ankle lock.
Yeah, because the torque is on the ankle, and then you just hold them in place. The prism trap, the torque is on the bend of the body.
Yeah.
And if you have grapevine, you just straighten them out. You're giving them a nice relax with a crossy leg.
Yeah, you basically just do a bit of chiropractor.
I think the better version would have been like, what's the Paige's finisher where she grabs them and did a hovering in the air?
rampage.
Like, that would have been a better version.
No, that's the DDT, isn't it? That's the
Page 10? No, the Page 10 was the DDT thing.
No, the Page 10 was the...
Yeah,
the
oh my god.
The
Nightlife,
The
was it?
Soraya
PTO?
stretch.
PTO.
It was the PTO. Page 10 over.
Page tap out.
Page tap out.
I said
Scorpion crosslock. That's what the move is.
Yeah. So...
Having Dude Wipes as the ring sponsor for a Rhea Ripley match was a choice.
That kept making me get
yeah,
confused.
it made sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
I still don't know what that is, though, and my brain's overthinking the name.
I had Becky winning this match.
I
had Rhea winning.
I know usually. What's next for Becky though?
Nothing. More books.
Are you
more
thinking
babies.
time off?
More books, more babies.
I'm thinking more babies. Well, I'm
Maybe
not.
not more, but more time for Rue.
Do what you like. I'm not. Don't.
She's deserved a break.
Is there much else for her to do as well? Because the contract's coming up for one. Does she think, I'll just take a back seat for like a year?
Becky's WWE for life. She's not going.
Yeah, she's not. But what I mean is, if she just thinks, I'm not signing, and just goes away for a year, she's not going to, like...
Is that in her book?
She's got nothing
No, in
really
an
to do.
interview while promoting the book.
I just don't see what is next for her, because she's done it all.
Well, NXT have announced a new Women's North American champion. So, she hasn't got that yet.
No.
Charlotte's coming. I don't know when Charlotte's coming back, but she can't fucking have another fucking Charlotte feud, can she? But I don't
Unless it's
see
something
what's
for
left for
Charlotte
her.
to do before she wins. She has to go and win whatever belt she needs to win to bump her numbers up.
Well, there is that.
And then maybe she could lose it to Becky and then win it back off her the next night to, again, keep bumping those numbers. What's she on now? 14?
I think it's 14.
13 or 14?
I think it's 13.
Look it up.
I hope she doesn't break it before Cena. Cena needs one more.
No, I think that ship sailed with Cena. He's not going to be there enough. How many world titles does Charlotte Flair have? Charlotte is on 14 if you don't include her NXT championship runs.
Which we don't.
We don't. So
No.
if you did include them, she'd be on 16 already.
So they don't recognise them then? Cause...
No, they don't. So it is 14. What's next for Rhea Ripley?
Ooh. Probably. I wouldn't. Probably Jade Cargill.
Like she's on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Oh, is she?
I could see it being like a
Oh, yeah.
transitional thing where it's like a Candice LeRae or something. Just
A quick
go
squash
from.
to...
Yeah.
Again, there's heel versus heel then, though.
And then she could get like a Tiffany Stratton because Rhea's turning.
SmackDown?
Oh, SmackDown then. But she's turning face soon.
Stratton.
Rhea.
Rhea, right. Yeah, I think there's going to be a phase 10 coming. Yourself. I think there's going to be a Judgment Day disbandment.
I think you need a big a bigger heel champion, maybe like a Nia Jax, to take the title from her to instigate the face turn.
I'm sure he's done Nia Jax though.
Come back around. Thing with wrestling, no one's ever truly buried, as they say.
It could be another one where someone just gets called up, like Paige did against AJ.
Who's getting called up from NXT though at this point?
I've heard Roxanne Perez has
just won. Who's really ready is Roxy, and she won the NXT Women's Championship earlier today.
Who did she face?
Lyra Valkyria.
Her?
I mean, she's only just beat Becky Lynch, so no point beating Becky Lynch too.
And then Lyra's got a built-in feud ready with Tatum Paxley as well. So I watch a lot of NXT. I very much enjoy NXT. So I don't think there's any of the women in NXT ready to make the jump apart from Roxanne. But she's just won the title.
Just thought you could say it could be Stratton, because if you go from how they did the tag title match, they're doing a brand split, so it could be she goes to Raw.
They've already got a brand split in place, it's just...
No, because like they've separated all titles now, it's like, seriously, no one's on like show jumping type thing.
I don't think any of them ride horses.
Oh, you know what I mean.
But a really good match anyway.
Very good, and I will say this about Becky Lynch: I hate her leg drops.
I've got no issue with them.
I have no issue with Becky Lynch whatsoever. She's brilliant, but I hate her fucking leg drop because she doesn't jump into a leg drop like Hogan did or Undertaker did on the apron. She just sort of slips into a leg drop.
I'm just glad she doesn't do the twisty cut version of it.
I'm of two minds of that in the fact that like leg drops are fucked Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And so, you know, she's doing it in a way where she can do it where it doesn't fuck her, but then there's also the flip side is just don't do them then.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Throw an elbow. I love an elbow drop.
Surprised that doesn't mess up the elbow.
Drop. Elbow drops are great. Leg drops can look very silly.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy's leg drop was a very silly leg drop.
Yeah, I suppose when you've got people to compete with, like Kenny Dykstra, obviously he's not doing it now, but Kenny Dykstra's leg drop.
I've never understood someone of that weight doing a leg drop.
Squad.
Oh, yeah.
I've never understood someone of that weight doing a leg drop. It should be like a Mark Henry type because the weight's going down.
Look at Carmelo Hayes' leg drop though. That's awesome. The nothing but net.
Nothing but net, is it? Well, that's more like a Baymaster, isn't it?
It is, but it's still a good leg drop.
Mm.
You're still dropping a leg.
Onto the head.
Yeah, back, neck sort of area, isn't it supposed to be?
Right, we followed off from there with the 6-pack ladder match.
This stole the show for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
because the one I did think was going to steal the show is coming up soon, and I will mention when it comes up, but this one stole the show for me.
I did not expect A-Town Down Under to get the belts.
I did, predicted it.
I predicted R-Truth to finish his story, and he overcame his fear of heights.
And spiders.
That was my line, thanks for ruining it. I left that space for...
You talk too long, mate, you left the gap.
Yeah.
You're going to leave a little gap, I'm going to just squeeze in there and seem like the funny one.
That seems like the story of my life, though.
Finish your story. Finish your story.
Hashtag. I think the most devastating one was... Who was it that went through the table?
It was Johnny Gargano DDTing Pete Dunne.
That was...
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne is...
I fucking love Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly.
Oh, that opening package, wasn't it? That was funny.
Elton's or Kit's. Whose opening package were you most admiring of?
I don't think you're thinking what I think I'm thinking.
I don't think he knows who's who.
I actually don't.
Neither do I.
Black-haired one, I think.
I think Elton Prince is the blondie boy.
Yeah.
Elton John and Prince.
That's where the Elton came from, yes.
Ben Elton John Prince, yes.
I don't know who John Prince is. Is he in Pretty Deadly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of...
And Kit Harington.
Yes, yeah.
I was hoping they'd do the spotlight
He was also in Elton John albums.
Yeah.
The one spot I did want him to do at the end was the two ladders on the table on the top, and then same time.
That wouldn't have split the belt, so would it?
Well, one's on one side, the other's on the other side.
So did you want them to make two horrible Franken teams where like two members of two different teams, one belt?
A-Town DIY and New Catch Down Under.
Yeah.
It's a shit name for a tag team, by the way.
It's too wordy.
New Catch Republic.
New Catch Republic, yeah, no, I don't.
Dog shit attire for a dog shit team name. Cracking team.
Brilliant team.
Yeah.
So very, very good.
I still don't like when Pete Dunne does the finger breaks. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Love it. Makes me happy inside.
It just looks like he's actually doing it, and you're supposed to be safe.
How do you feel about Tyler Bate? I always called him Taylor Swift then. Tyler Bate, when he's got a belt, because of his lack of knee pads and that, he does look like the most naked man in wrestling.
Hate is gonna hate.
Yeah.
There's the problem with him not wearing much else attire-wise. If he works so hard, he could shake it off.
I don't know any more Taylor Swift songs, so I'm moving on from that one.
It'd be good that like, if the next pay-per-view that he defended the belt song could be Bad Blood.
I knew you were trouble the moment that you walked in.
Ah, sorry.
Shame on me. Love story.
Right, we need to move on. Just shake it off. No, come on.
I think
I've done that one
I
already.
didn't hear you, so shut up.
You don't know any other Taylor Swift songs, your issue there. You're uncultured.
Was that a Taylor Swift song?
No.
Okay.
He just is uncultured.
I'm going to go to the fact of why do you know so many Taylor Swift songs?
I have a wife.
Yeah, shake it off.
Did you say a wife or a life?
Wife. I don't have a life. I have a wife. I don't have a life now.
There'll be no T Swift slander in here. You know Tay-Tay slander.
I do like Tay-Tays.
Big fan.
I was meaning potatoes before anyone
The only
comments.
was the Consequences Creed cosplay. I know it was Apollo Creed, but it was Consequences Creed. He had the hair.
Yeah, it was Consequences Creed, definitely.
And Kofi Balboa.
It took me longer than I care to admit to realise that Xavier Woods was Consequences Creed.
I knew from the off, because I watched TNA.
It's a weird flex.
Yeah. Took me far too long.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't do it if he didn't do it on purpose. If that is the right wording.
No, he definitely did it on purpose, because otherwise he'd be the Club of Lang cosplay and Kofi would have done Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
A lot of Rocky references this SummerSlam. WrestleMania. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's late.
It's very late in the night here. It's a good old blighty.
This is why you shouldn't mention Taylor Swift.
Well, look at what you made me do.
Speaking of...
Yes! Another one! Another! Anti-hero! Yeah, you are.
Don't know what, sorry.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
No.
No?
Would you ever think there'd be so many Taylor Swift references in a wrestling podcast?
Well, their boyfriend's brother was on the show.
And the next match...
It's the next match, yeah. What a segue!
It's like you practiced that.
Because, we're breaking PG and we're back and, nobody thought we were ever getting back together.
Because no one watched.
We're never getting back together. So there's got to be
Jake,
references.
You're the reason for the teardrops on my guitar.
Please don't say that's another Taylor Swift song.
There was two there you missed out on, I think.
Hang on. I'm Googling Taylor Swift songs.
How is it that back then I was like the more, don't care. Now I'm just one trying to be serious. I'm the Lance Storm of this group now.
I don't know about you, but I think back then I was 22.
Oh my god. Right, we've been breaking PG. I'll see you in about 10 more years.
Oh, I didn't think we'd ever be back, not in my wildest dreams.
Aha!
Ha, 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 ha. Ha! Would you like to do one, Matt? There is a blank space.
We had Rey and Andrade.
We did have Rey and Andrade.
Was it Santos and Dom Dom?
You know whose brother-in-law interfered in that match? Taylor Swift.
Hi, it's me.
Oh, go away, Cam. It's me.
That's definitely not a Taylor Swift song. No.
I
care not for NFL people.
Unless it's like the cast of First and 10.
I just don't get the interference. It was a heel move.
It was.
You talk about them singing the First and 10 theme. For the making, let your
I just really hope that camera can't pick it up.
Don't worry, Taylor Swift didn't do the theme for First and
10. Come on, speak now.
I forever hold your peace.
That's a Taylor Swift album.
I don't get the interference though. It was heely.
You Google Taylor Swift songs?
No, I'm gonna have some music.
Karma.
Taylor Swift.
This is going spirally down.
Hey, you need to calm down.
What?
Please don't say that's another one. Are we unintentionally making a drinking game?
There was I was looking at my notes at the same time. I was looking at the Taylor Swift songs track list there, and I could swear she had a song called Yeet for a second.
I'm just glad it's
what
not.
What year did WrestleMania start?
Shake it off. What
year did WrestleMania start?
85.
So, 85, right. That's a shame. She has an album called 89.
Yeah.
That's why you're wondering, isn't it?
That one.
So, right, we finished talking about the man, Becky Lynch. Sorry. I know you're thinking, it's over now. But don't blame me.
Shake it off.
You know what I think's worse about this? I think I was the one who started the Taylor Swift stuff.
You're the one who suggested bringing back the podcast. And look how well that's going.
Yeah, that was my fault.
I genuinely think that this whole Taylor Swift segment has lasted longer than the Uso match.
Segue. However, I'm not finished with about the last match purely because I wanted to say one last thing about it, and that Ray is a terrible person and a terrible father.
He's a deadbeat dad.
Now we can talk about the Uso match.
So before, actually no, hold on, I want to go back as well.
Sorry.
The little Andrade, you want to call them? Andrade. Tower of Doom crossbody.
That was tasty.
Choice.
That was tasty.
I like that. I also don't get why Dominic can't beat his dad.
Well, you saw that with 2K13. Ray's been beating his son since then.
Yeah.
You don't remember the famous tweet?
No.
So Ray was on the cover of 2K13, I believe.
Yeah. And
he tweeted saying, like, can't wait, looking forward to 2K13 coming up, can't wait to beat my kids. Not at the game. He never mentioned at the game. He can't wait to beat his kids.
Just the game's
terrible father, also. Terrible person.
I just don't get why you can't put him over at Mania. Because I still believe Dom should have won last year.
I don't. I think it was right for him to lose last year. This year, though.
But then he needed the win this year, for me.
And it was strange that the face team used heel tactics.
Ray's a terrible person.
And terrible
He's
dad.
A terrible human being. What a horror show of a human being.
I also don't understand the reason why they needed to be masked people when it wasn't a shock factor. Oh my god, they're with them type of thing. It was just American football.
I think it's because they just
popped the Philly crowd.
Apart from in Philly, and for those who are like really into American sports, like mostly for the international viewers, no one's gonna really know who they are by their face, unless you're massively into NFL. So I didn't know the faces when they unmasked.
No,
to be honest,
they were until the commentary said. So like, if they hadn't come out in the Mysterio mask, I think it's just like a visual aid to who they're aligned with.
Yeah.
These are good guys doing dickhead moves and bad guy things, but you see,
but they look like good guys.
Mysterio masks. They're Mysterio. adjacent.
I think it was at this point I started switching off because, like you said, the next match, Jimmy J, was just wasn't what I was expecting. That's what I thought the show steal was going to be.
It should have been cinema.
Closer to Hardy versus Hardy than Hart versus Hart.
Yes.
It was just super kick after super kick after super kick after super kick after super kick. I don't mind a bit of finisher spam. I don't mind a bit of move spam. It's fine. But when that is your entire match...
Yeah. Especially for it being a blood feud as well.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever used fists.
Drop? There was one and it didn't go well.
Was there ever a punch?
One or two.
You can't really remember because there was too many super kicks. There
was a lot of super kicks. There was one badly done Samoan drop. There was two Uso splashes, one each.
Sorry, the
and a partridge and a pear tree.
Yeah, the punch. There was the knees, no knees punches.
Oh yeah, there was the punches third one.
But it was the Young Bucks would have been like, calm it down, lads.
Bit much.
Yeah. I didn't like the match. It should have been better.
That's going to be a forgetful WrestleMania match. Like, people are going to be like, what was on that match, on that card? And people are like, oh yeah, they fought. That's what it feels like for me.
It's a trivia question now.
Yeah.
No one's going to remember for the match. It's a trivia question. What are the only brother versus brother matches at WrestleMania? And there's...
Yeah.
We'll have to wait 15 years for the next one. Because it's been every 15 years for a brother v brother, hasn't it?
Yeah. So WrestleMania 55 we'll get.
And Cody still wouldn't have finished that damn story.
I guess Seth and Becky could probably have two sons.
Well, the Devon's got two sons.
They're dog shit, though.
Give them time.
They were in TNA 15 years ago.
As babbers. Dominic was in WWE in 2008.
And he's good now.
Yeah, give them time.
They were wrestling in TNA about 15 years ago and they were the drizzling shit.
Well, no, they didn't wrestle. They were just brought into the storyline of the Pope and Devon. How the hell I still remember that? I don't know.
But I thought they did actually wrestle.
No, I don't think they've ever had a match properly. I think they might have had like one, but nothing like physicality type thing. If that makes sense.
Then how do I remember them being shite? Where they just
I think they've been in. I'm sure they've been in AEW, like on Dark or something.
They may have been actually. I think that might be where yeah.
I think it's actually. I think they might be.
This was around the dark times with Chris Melendez. In TNA.
Oh, the army vet one, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the what do you call it when you've got one leg? What's the word?
Amputee.
Amputee, that's it.
No,
that's Zach Allen.
Well, yes, it is Chris Melendez as well.
Yeah. He could have been good though. But now I feel like we're going into a TNA podcast because
we have spoken a lot on TNA today.
What?
We spoke a lot on TNA today.
Not as much as Taylor Swift.
But... No, this is the Taylor Swift podcast.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tay-Tay. WrestleMania Tay-Tay.
Breaking PG. We are all Swifties here.
Speak for yourself.
Tay-Tay PG.
Tay-Tay PG. Breaking Tay-Tay.
I am not a Swiftie.
The next match.
I don't like Taylor Swift, to be honest.
I do. Not enough to put her on a playlist. Never go on my Spotify, YouTube Music playlist. All other musical apps are available on the Play Store and Apple Store thing.
Whichever one wants to sponsor us will shout out.
Well, this is going on Spotify, so...
Who the fuck uses Deezer? We'll see if they'll give us money.
iTunes?
I don't know. Yeah, I assume. Apple are shit though, aren't they?
They're there.
Don't sponsor us, Apple. We don't need your money.
No, we'll take the money. I'll take anyone's money. No fucking sponsoring us. Let's just put that out there straight away. But I'll take anyone's money.
Not of mine.
If it's real want to sponsor us, I'll take it right now.
But the move away from Taylor Swift, the next match, as Cam would say.
What was the next match? I don't know.
I think it was
Team Bel Air versus Damage Control.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
which was a fantastic entrance for Team Belair.
Yeah.
I just wish they stuck
cool.
with that starting music. I don't know whose it was, but it was amazing. And I'm sure they came out dressed as X-Men.
You had Cargill was Storm, you had Belair as Cyclops, and for some reason Naomi was Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat. I don't know why she had that massive hat. I do not remember her.
See, my thought
That's
on
why
the
I thought
massive
Mortal
hat
Kombat.
was Beyonce's doing like country music shit recently.
Well,
I
she's in
thought it was
Texas, isn't
that.
she?
Could be.
But
She's
because
not in the X-Men either.
because the other two were X-Men, I think I'm wrong.
Beyonce's not in the X-Men either.
But have you ever seen Beyonce and the X-Men in the same room?
That's a fair point.
I had no notes written for this match because it was, apart from the debut match, let's say, of Jade Cargill, this was a SmackDown match.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only purpose of it was make Cargill look like she is $1 million type thing.
She is though.
Yeah.
She's absolutely. She is star power.
Like, I just watch her come to walk to the ring. I'm like, she's got a presence already.
Yeah, 100%. Aura is the term they
Aura,
use.
that's it.
She has it in spades.
There was nothing really significant that happened in the match.
The only thing I've got wrote down for this match is whip.
Yeah.
Yes, because Belair whipped the ever-loving fuck out of Asuka.
It was louder than any noise the crowd made all night.
Nearly louder than anything Gunther's done.
Yeah.
Still, the best whip she's done was on Sasha Banks at Mania. Because she welted straight away.
Yeah.
That was horrible. That, as
I
soon
don't
as
think that sounded as good though.
That's what I was going to say. That's the first thing that came to me out because of the straight up velocity.
They don't show that anymore. They cancelled that ages ago.
The WrestleMania colour was green.
They've got that WWE speed now on X. It's like 3-minute matches. They should have called it velocity.
Speed on X.
Yeah.
X speed.
You know,
that's a
joke.
You
I'll
sweet summer child.
I'm going full set.
Hey,
Joe
I'm
Rogan on this
I'm a Christmas
podcast.
baby, me, not a summer child.
Roll up that video.
Let's get it up on the screen.
Get it up on the screen.
I've just
Have you
thought-
seen this guy?
I've just thought though, thinking of slapping the hell out of people, Gunther and Zayn, Jesus almighty slaps.
There was a lot of slappy boys in that match.
That was WrestleMania slapfest.
And as I said, it's weird when we talk about the Usos match with the super kicks, and it's too many super kicks, but then Gunther and whoever he's against slap each other for half an hour, and you're well into it.
Because it's not the whole roster doing it. Technically, it's a protected move, really.
The difference between a Gunther chop match and a super kick spam is that Gunther does like 700 different moves in between, and all of them could be the finish.
Yeah.
Which is what makes a Gunther match so exciting. But what a fucking match this was, though.
We were dead set on Gunther winning.
How long Sami Zayn been with WWE now?
2012?
I was going to say 13 yourself.
12 or 13?
Because he was one of the first NXT signees, wasn't he?
I think he was with FCW a little bit before then.
No, I don't think he was.
It was
Pretty
post
sure he wasn't.
game show.
Yeah.
NXT.
Well, that changed in 13. So let's just say 13.
Because he was
Went out
going
2024.
against Cesaro in that,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
We're now 2024, so we've got 11 years at least. That's the first brain buster he's hit since he was Generico.
Didn't he do one in NXT?
No.
What are you on about?
Since Generico retired to look after a Mexican orphanage,
Yeah.
and he taught Sami Zayn how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Since
Thank you.
since El Generico retired, that's the first brain buster that's been on
Western television.
WWE anyway.
Still never see an El Generico match, you know. Lost for words now, aren't you?
No, I've not seen many. I've seen a few with Kevin Steen as he was then, and Super Dragon. I want to say.
I thought Owens was Super Dragon.
Yeah, he was.
But Kevin Owens Super Dragon.
He was one of the many Super Dragons.
Yeah, it's like the Suicide and TNA thing, isn't it? TNA game.
I always just thought that was TJ Perkins.
Oh, TJ Perkins was one of the last ones because he was manic as well.
Yeah, I was going to say TJ Perkins was one when he changed to manic, wasn't it?
But I think it was Daniels, Kaz, and what was his name? Kiyoshi or something? Kiyoshi or something like that.
Yoshitatsu?
No, that's WWE. I think his name was Kiyoshi. Because he was in the World Elite, if you remember that stable.
No.
Why do I know so much about TNA? The one thing I did like about the Gunther match, he was like very old school of like the heel was on top all the way through, and like there was the massive
Kevin
baby
Owens
face
was
on
never
that.
Super Dragon.
Oh, he wasn't Super Dragon.
No,
I actually thought he was one.
I thought you know that video where the guy keeps saying Super Dragon in the crowd, and then the guy who plays Super Dragon goes out and slaps him, whatever. I thought that was Kevin Steen, as it were, / Owens.
He may have been under the hood for like one day. Like Malenko was in WCW as the one in orange when he was feuding with Jericho.
My brain said Tiger Mask for some reason then.
I was thinking Tiger Mask, but I know it's not. It's
That
like
Eddie Guerrero was one of the Tiger Masks.
and
that's like the only one now. I'm not a historian.
that Gunther match, Zayn match, I think is a match of the year contender already. That's an early contender for.
Oh, it's up there. It was so good.
I liked Sami Zayn's. I said he's going to Hulk up, but he more spasmed out.
Yeah.
On the
I
floor.
still don't know if I agree with him winning though.
I do.
Like I don't know if he was the right guy for it.
Dead set against him winning until he hit the Brainbuster.
I'll be alright with it if when Gable gets his favour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He does like what Daniel Bryan did to AJ when he won the world title.
Brutalises him and takes the title.
Yeah, and get heel Gable on as well.
Yeah.
Like serious Gable.
Otis and Akira can stay down in NXT as the Alpha Academy, and Gable can stay in the main roster as a badass Olympic.
Turf warfare between Alpha Academy and Chase U.
But also, because I know I've got it on me list, Daz Boot. That's what it's getting called.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's still getting called Daz Boot.
For anybody who is not a native German speaker,
Daz Boot.
Unlike me, who listens to Rammstein daily, Das Boot means the boat.
Das Boot.
And that is your name for Gunther hitting Sami Zayn with his foot.
That's
and
his hell of
very annoying because it's not a fucking boat.
Das Boot.
They're all big feet, to be fair.
That's his hell of a kick. Das Boot.
That'll do. U-boats.
No.
I mean, there was a period of time with Gunther where they were really hammering this sort of Nazi look for him.
I didn't say it.
Isn't that like when people were saying like, why is he calling himself Gunther? Like, why is he being changed to Gunther because there was a general?
He was going to be called Gunther Stark.
That was it, yeah.
And yeah, that was a really weird clutching at straws sort of fed badding. Because like, if you Google pretty much any German name, if you Googled Walter Hahn, which is his real name, you'd probably find a Nazi soldier.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that was the straws were being clutched at there.
Yeah. So if it wasn't, again, like a Dave Meltzer 5-star guy, then
yeah,
it's bad.
But I think that, actually, I don't know if that's match of the night or the tag titles.
I think they're two completely different matches.
One was a great wrestling match, one was a brilliant car crash.
I'm still surprised that didn't start the show because of how pumped it made people.
Oh, we were spoiled early, and I think that's what made
the middle
yeah. 3 matches feel a bit more of a deflation.
I think Jimmy J though was the biggest letdown because
it really was.
Even if that should have been what got us back into it from the other tag match.
The main event though was some good fun attitude era silly bollocks.
I'm surprised how long that was. I'm really still surprised how long that was.
The Roman Reigns match was long.
No, because they're
that's like,
fighting night 2 as well, like running the risk of going too long and an injury happening type of thing.
I think we're in the era when everyone looks after themselves better now, and
yeah.
So the injuries are very much a freak show nowadays, unless you say I'm Punk.
Still surprised when Rock took that table bump though as well.
Oh yeah, Rock in his 50s. Look, if you remember, when he came back the first time recently with the what was it called, the sit at the head of the table promo.
Oh, the Jinder Mahal one, yeah.
He looked completely fucked after taking a few punches and then doing a signature shit to Jinder Mahal. He went, what, 40 minutes that match was?
No, that was the entrances.
Taking the table. Well, no, it'd be an hour if I added the entrances.
And a half.
Taking the table bump, out all the other stuff that he did.
The spear.
He looked great.
Taking the spear with his gold
Speaking of entrances though, his was amazing.
Some would go so far as to say electrifying.
I don't know where you got that
I wouldn't
from.
be that on the nose. That's your job.
I was just thinking, is that a Taylor Swift song? Yeah, because Rock beat Cody though, that's surely if Cody wins against Roman tomorrow, that should set up a SummerSlam match.
I've got a horrible feeling that everyone like WWE would know, right? Cody took the pin, therefore he's gonna have to win tomorrow, and then they'll do like the doubles where they'll be like, he actually lost because now you're expecting him to win. Unexpected. Sometimes unexpected's not good. And I'm hoping that WWE also realised that it was all like a triple bluff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I'm still at the point where I don't know.
Which is what you want.
Or
yeah, absolutely. Could be. I'm happy to not know.
What it could be is the Rock's the referee, and all of a sudden the glass breaks and we've got a different referee.
Well, it says bloodline rules, which means
anything
there are no rules. Solo Sikoa's going to sing the national anthem,
which I'm looking forward to. Can't be much worse than Coco Beware.
And Frankie.
Beware.
Can't forget Frankie.
And Frankie, the parrot.
Something about an invisible spring.
Was that a Taylor Swift song?
It is a Taylor Swift song.
So it must have been about an hour long then and all with entrances, mustn't it?
Oh, easy. It was like 3:05 when it started.
Ended about 4:10.
Yeah.
All in all,
that's in the morning for anybody listening.
All in all, though, I do think it was a good Mania. Like the start off the weekend properly.
Night one's been really good.
As the small slew of Triple H ran pay-per-views has been, there's not been many bad ones.
No. I'd say it's a solid 7 out of 10 for me because of the middle. I would say 8 or 9, but the Jimmy J match let me down for that.
They were finding our feet, seeing how we're going to do things again when we're doing these podcasts. I think we've sort of got back into it quite well. The conversations flowed a bit better as we got further in. Do you want to give a match a rating at all? Out of 10, letter grade?
I don't mind. I'll go with the offloads.
See how we feel about it. So, first match, Becky Rhea.
I'm going to do out of 10s. I'd say an 8 because it was just perfect start. But
yeah, I'm happy with 8. I'll go for an 8.
I'd go 7 only because it wasn't as good as Rhea Charlotte last year.
It wasn't as good as Rhea, but mind you, I think Rhea Charlotte was one of the best matches of that year. So yeah. That could be easily a 9 or a 10.
It's there.
So I'm happy with an 8.
Alright, I'll go with 8 with you then. 6-pack ladder match.
Say 7.
Alright.
I'll say 7 because I don't like A-Town Down, and that was a bit meh.
A-Town Down Under?
Them.
I like A-Town Down Under. I like Grayson Waller.
I like Grayson Waller. I just don't like Austin Theory. Vanilla as hell.
I like Vanilla.
Milkshakes, yes.
Custard. Anything vanilla flavoured, I'm there.
So
I don't know what Austin Theory tastes like. I don't think I'm going to find out. I wouldn't put
Journalistic
myself in
integrity
the
is not gonna.
if the opportunity arises, then maybe.
The cream always rises to the top.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't have used that analogy actually. I'll regret that one in the morning. Well,
it is the morning. That's why this has been quite stunted because we're all knackered.
So I say 7 out of 10.
What?
I think it would have been a 6 or 7, but because of that table spot,
that's what
it definitely goes into the higher 7s, lower 8s.
I'll go 7. Then we'll agree on 7.
8 and 7s so far. Oh.
Dom and Santos Escobar versus Andrade and Rey Mysterio.
I'd say 5 because it was just a bang average match, so down the middle.
5.
4. Bad ending.
It was one of them matches. If you went to a
bad ending, is
the
right.
Ending
though.
is like it made the ending of it made it go from a okay match to cool you down to a really.
Yeah.
Who are those two? Oh, they're Americans wearing.
It was the logic for me
things.
that got it. Like I was just like, there's no logic from it.
So it's a 4 for me.
A 4. Okay. Yeah, I'll go 4. Jimmy and Jay. The brother match.
Yeah, I would say 3.
I would say
nice.
3.
That's me being nice because.
Do you know, because it wasn't abysmal.
But there's been all this talk for months about they're gonna have this blow off match.
It was a letdown, not a bad match.
It wasn't so much. I mean, it was barely a match. It was who can kick better.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like a couple of months of a story that had culminated into an okay match. It was years of a story that culminated in a super kick fest and one bad Samoan drop and a splash to finish. It should have been cinema. It should have been hard hit. It should have been a blood feud, and it wasn't. It was a Shikara match.
Shikara matches had more going on.
Yeah.
I think they had your favourite stable of the Colony.
I do like the Colony.
Orange Cassidy, yeah.
Orange Cassidy was in it, yeah. And I think Drew Gulak was as well.
That sounds about right.
We're talking about strange indie stuff. You know that Egyptian dancing thing? One of the people he hypnotises, Joe Casey.
Oh, right.
The one who does the head slide across the ring is Joe Casey.
I gave that a 3. What did you give it again?
I'll get a 2. It's years of cinema.
We'll take the even on this, and it's a 3. Because I
Again,
said 3 as well.
It's like if Avengers Infinity War happens, and then you get Endgame, and then right at the end, all those portals opened up, and Squirrel Girl walked out on her own.
Okay. Women and 6 woman tag.
I think that's 6. It was like just above average because it's showcase cargo for me.
Again, I go 5. Just middle of the road.
5.
It didn't have an awful ending like Dom Mysterio's, and so that's why I'm giving it a bit extra point because it wasn't that.
Yeah, it was a middle of the road match that didn't have an awful ending, so it's a bit better.
Sammy Gunter.
9.
It's another 8.
Now, okay, give me 8. Give me 8. Why?
It was sort of the same as Rhea Becky, where Rhea Becky was a more modern version of a great match. Sammy Gunter was a more old school version of a great match. So it's the same value, just from different eyes.
I would say 9 because I had Zayn dethroning Gunter after so long. It's like the story part of it gives more of a feel.
I still think it should have been Dragunov.
It should have been Dragunov.
I think it should have been Breaking Me.
I'll go 8 with Jake on this one then. Something I'll Taylor Swift. Last one, Bloodline versus Cody and Seth.
That's a solid 8 for me.
8 for Silly Bollocks. I love Silly Bollocks.
7. Same reason, brilliant match, silly bollocks. Wasn't as good as the other two. But it was silly as shit.
His attitude era silly bollocks, it's an 8. So that's WrestleMania Night 1 in the can, as they say in radio.
I don't listen to radio.
No one does anymore.
I used to watch it, not anymore.
It's all about podcasts and who listens to that shit.
What's a podcast?
Something to do with peas, I imagine.
2 peas in a podcast.
Correct.
Hashtag.
It's when a pea breaks his arm, so he has to get it put in plastic.
The full pod or just one pea?
No, it's the pea's arm.
Pea's arm?
You don't break it off and get cast fully, do you?
I think that should be the outro now.
And just talk about vegetable anatomy.
Have you not seen a pea getting its arm put in plastic cast? Roll up the video.
Pull that up on the screen.
Well, that's appeased me.
Sativa.
Something about Taylor Swift. I
Wrestling.
think it's a nice way to end it there.
Yeah. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. And the Taylor Swift to you all. See you for night 2.